Why do so many North Americans have such a toxic relationship with money? Being financially responsible is admirable. Is it possible that the people you know aren't frugal because they never saw poverty? People who come from wealthy backgrounds rarely have a good concept of money because they've probably never gone without. It's just privilege. It may just be the people you know. Because most of the people I'm around are helping their friends pay rent and get groceries. I'm surprised you don't know any flashy people in India. It's decidedly not limited to North America. I live in a community in Canada that has very large immigrant groups, and I can promise you that among them are very flashy Indian folks. Value is relative. Yes, sometimes people are just wasting money. However, some see time as more valuable than money and will do costly convenience things to preserve the resource of time because for them money is an easily renewable resource. Buddy, that's not America. That's the current time. People in Bangalore with great jobs are the same. It might surprise you that for many people, being consumed by constant thoughts about money isn't a life they care to live. If you're living a lifestyle that doesn't match your tax bracket, then yeah, those people are letting their insecurities today ruin their stability tomorrow. However, most Americans, especially millennials and Gen Z, realize the system as a whole is pretty broken right now. Saving a few dollars here and there isn't gonna be the difference between being a homeowner someday or not, or reaching whatever financial goals you may have. It's not just that. People spend money like crazy here. People can't seem to be entertained unless they're spending money in some way. And I know this based on observing and hanging out with my friends. People will always go out and spend in the US. And then complain about being broke. It's insane. Personally, the reason I put in the effort to make a bunch of money is so that I can spend it on making my life easier. I don't care about flashy, but I do care about simplicity and convenience. If I can spend a little more and work a little less, I probably will. Money isn't some sacred thing. It's just the system we ended up with. I don't care about money, but I do care about my day-to-day enjoyment and how many unnecessary things I end up being responsible for. For example, if I make $30 per hour at work, I'm not going to spend an hour clipping coupons to save $10. I'm not going to spend 6 or 8 hours a month mowing the lawn if I can just hire someone for $100. Life is too short to waste time on things that don't bring you joy. Provided that you can afford to avoid them, of course. It depends who you hang around with. There are a lot of people here in the US who can barely make ends meet. Myself included. Not sure why you're making the assumption that it's about the country, rather than the economic means of the individual. Indoctrinated to seek good credit and use credit is part of the issue. Depends on where you're from. Here in California, it's a complicated dance to try and save a buck. This state will try and snatch every cent you have even if you keep your wallet tight. Where I live, just utilities alone are criminally expensive. Food costs are ridiculous. Gas isn't as bad as it was last summer, but still pretty bad. American public education teaches almost zero money skills. You can almost say public schools teach us to stay poor. There's a lot of, if you make money, you must be important, valuable, good here. Of course it's shallow and phony, but some people have poor self-esteem. Or they feel it's like a game. Who looks richer? It's a sad hamster wheel. The culture promotes it, and it can also be convenient. It is one thing to get something new that's a few bucks more and arrives quicker and is maybe better quality than hassling but another to drop tons on ridiculous things. And there's the whole other league of people being idiotic just to flex at the cost of thousands. And thousands even though what they buy has no utility and they can't afford it. Most common is getting a car way out of your affordable range especially. Good on you. Our disposable economy is falling apart. Fix and repair before you replace. Being thrifty is a good thing. Nothing wrong with it. To be clear, I define thrifty different than cheap. A thrifty person will spend more money on something that's worth it. A cheap person will not. Different people have different values. To some people, a $10 difference in price isn't enough to cause anxiety. To others, it can make or break them for a pay period. Since the 1980s, in America, we have had this "greed is good" belief. Having excess of everything is a sign of success and freedom, so many people will spend money that they don't have on things that they don't need. As a person who reuses Ziploc bags whenever possible, I applaud this man. Keep fighting the good fight. The North Americans who are genuinely frugal and financially literate mostly do what you do and waste less energy advertising how well they are doing by showing off luxuries. So there's a strong confirmation bias that the folks with the fastest cash flow of money out of their accounts are the ones showing their expensive purchases. It validates their self-perceived status, and they can feel less insecure and fearful about their total net worth being stagnant.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.